Hello and welcome to this video in which I'll be giving you my thoughts on the songs for Eurosong of 2024. The country who once had the most Eurovision wins out of any of the countries is now struggling to get into the grand final year after year, so I don't have very high hopes, but I am excited to listen to 6 more potential Eurovision songs and give you my thoughts about them. So I've now listened to the 6 Eurosong songs and I was not positively surprised, but I wasn't exactly disappointed either. They're largely fine, or at least interesting, if they're not my kind of music, which not every song has to be my style. I was also positively surprised though to see that in my Eurovision scoreboards the points are fairly evenly distributed. The top 4 all have within 1,000 points of each other, but the bottom 2 aren't very far off. Maybe the songs are more interesting than I thought. In the 6th spot I've got Alicia. I didn't really know what to make of the song, which is why it's last. The voice annoyed me a little bit and it had a few Disney allegories. Maybe this person's a Descendants fan because the green heart also reminded me of Descendants, but at that point there was just a lot of noise and I can't quite get behind that. Once again, maybe I'm just not the target audience for hyperpop, or at least hyperpop related songs. Since editing, I have now looked up the meaning of the song and I would like to place it second now. So I am so sorry. I also realised I mispronounced Alicia. I think that's better than Alicia, but I still can't pronounce Irish names, I'm so sorry. But the meaning is very cool about forgetting Irish and having those phrases you kind of learn in primary school. I really think that is something very good for Eurovision and I feel sorry for putting it last, but now I would like to put it second. Everything else I think kind of stays the same. I am considering Jim's Blue as well from Bumby Thug. What do I want to do about that? Because I have looked them up on Instagram and I think they seem really cool. Sorry, Robin just walked across the keyboard. So while I think they could put on a good performance, I haven't seen it yet, and hence the song will stay in last place for now because the song I don't love, but I am excited for the performance and it could definitely change my ranking. In my 5th spot I've got Doomsday Blue by Bumby Thug. I did enjoy the chorus, but I am once again too out of the loop or something for the verses. It's got a little bit of a creepy fairy tale thing going on and it's once again a genre smashing song and it's currently number 1 on my Eurovision scoreboard. It would be interesting for Eurovision. I would be very curious to see how it does, but it doesn't really speak to me. In the 4th spot I've got Judas by, I presume, Yellow? J-Yellow-L? Maybe. It's very interesting, also is genre smashing, and some of the lines I'm not a fan of and some of the lines are actually kind of good, but definitely be different for Eurovision because we don't get this genre of music a lot. I think somewhat unfortunately, because I think a variety of genres is always good. In the 3rd spot I've got Let Me Be the Fire by Isabella Kierney. It is basic pop and the lyrics aren't massively original. I thought also that the chorus was worse than the verses, but the piano bits were cool. There's nothing really so special about this song, but that's just kind of what we've come to expect from Ireland, unfortunately. In the 2nd spot I've got Love Like Us by Next in Line. It sounds to me like a One Direction clone, but it is also just generic sounding pop song from the British Isles and there's nothing so special about it. It's generally pretty boring, but because that's what I've grown up with, I kind of enjoy it as very much a background thing. I don't think I'd ever add it to a playlist, but it's not something I'd necessarily skip either. And the winner for me is Love Me Like I Do by Erica Cody. It is the kind of pop that we've been getting a lot recently, starting maybe or popularised by Dua Lipa, that it sounds sort of like it's out of the 80s. It's definitely easy listening. There's potential for a dance break. I wasn't quite sure because there was some vocalising in there, but that could be done with the backing vocalist, so maybe there's a dance break in this one, which would also be interesting. But in general, this is just the one that I like the sound of the most and that I would be happiest with for Ireland at Eurovision. Still not convinced that it would qualify, so maybe one of the riskier options is better because there will be people who really love it and do vote for it in the semi-final. But as ever, the Irish songs are not amongst my favourites, which was something that we could all have predicted. Upon first listen, these are my thoughts. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, that you got something out of it. I'll see you in the next one whenever that shows up in your feed. Bye! and welcome to this